Hey guys, welcome to Backbenchers Club, and in today's video we will learn Python. Python is also one of the world's most popular language. Everybody is using this language. It's taught in almost all schools of India. Few schools don't teach it just because they believe in other languages, but most of schools are teaching Python. And Python is also one of the best language or one of the easiest language. Just to understand the language, let us just understand first its features, because you might get asked, if anybody asks you what a feature of Python and you are just standing quiet although you know all the language. That's kind of embarrassing, and I just don't want you to be embarrassed. So first and very foremost feature of this language, it's very simple and easy to learn, because the code you'll be writing in this language is completely less than tactical. It's completely less than tactical, yes. Means the code is English like, so what you are writing is what you are getting, what you will get in your mind, to be specific. And this language is also object oriented. Object oriented language means, very simply, or if I just break down into very simple terms, first of all, just don't get by these two words, object oriented, because you'll be using that a lot. Because nowadays all languages are object oriented. Just to specify it, object oriented means here, like this: if you have written a very big code, so, and if you want to write in another application same code, so you can use that code. Means there is no need to write again and again same code. You will be just using it again and again. You can just use your own code, and after that you can even hide your own code, like it improves the security. Very basic meaning is this. And when I'll make a specific video on object oriented, you will understand it completely. That's my bet, and that's for sure. It's this language, Python, is very portable. Means you can run this language on Windows, Macintosh, Unix, Linux. Linux stands for, it's an operating system. For there are many Linux based operating system, basically like Ubuntu, which you have must heard of. Nowadays it's also one of the most popular operating system beside Windows and Macintosh. Yes, Mac OS. And this language is also very scalable, because very small code of this language that we start is hello world. Because any language, pretty much any language we start with hello world. And that's very scalable, because the very big app, so the Facebook is also using Python. So you can just understand how from one line of output, or one line of code that you will be writing, or you will be showing rather, basically writing also, that have been scaled to very big level like Facebook. That's a very huge giant. Python also supports graphical user interface programming. Yes, you can design your own screen, what you are seeing on the screen right now, like this features, simple and easy to learn, object oriented. That's a graphical user. That's graphics. And when user is interacting, like graphical user interface, that programming can be done. Like you can click on screen, that all type of programming can be done by Python. And Python is also very good with databases, and most probably the database which you have learned might be SQL, or which you might learn be SQL, and there are many other type of database. And just to be sure, Python is very pretty much comfortable with all type of database. And the last feature of this language, last not least, is broad standard library. As Python is one of the most popular language of this world, so it has some benefit, like there are so many people who have already written so much big chunks of code, and if they want other people to use it, they just convert it to a library. And pretty much you have to just call that library, and after calling that library, your work is done. Because then your code is, or your hard work is way less than which you might have done if that thing has not been invented, or that libraries have not been existed. Because for everything you have to write that all big type of code. That again, this last thing might not be very understood right now to you. Don't worry, it's very easy. Libraries are already pre-written code, which we just call in our own code, so that it makes our work easier, it makes our life easier. That's the only thing that you should understand. After that, character set. Every language has some character set on or the very basic building block of this language. That's good to know. Like this, Python is based on ASCII, American Standard Code of Information Interchange, and you'll be surprised ASCII is a standard that has been already been made that has already been made as simple as very long ago. Humans have already made that, and they have decided like if any language which will be coming, any technology which will come, that will be pretty much based on this. And I know you still have not understood ASCII. What does it mean? Just understand, if you press the capital A on your keyboard, that has actual meaning 65. If you press small a, that has 97. If you press underscore, that is 95. These are very special numbers which only a computer understand. Means if you press an small a up lowercase a letter, and after pressing that letter, if you just go, then if you press, then when it comes to character set, then that character just converts into 97. Then that converts into binary language which computer understand, that you just don't need to understand right now. We'll be covering it in later videos, but just understand, like ASCII is a standard code. This has been invented so that each and every company of this world uses a particular technology, a particular standard, so that everything must be uniform. Like you are using like your own measure system, like it can be kilogram or pounds, like weight system, so that it's every uniform in whole world. That's a measure unit. As simple as that. That's a measuring unit, or that's a unit that represents so many things. Yep, on your keyboard, on this computer, and which is recognized by all other companies of this world. And the other thing which we'll be learning is identifiers. Identifiers are nothing but simple names which help you to understand your own code. Fine. So there are pretty much 3 rules to identify or write these identifiers. I'll be telling you when we'll just go into coding part what identifiers are, basically what they mean and that stuff. That identifier must start with a letter or underscore. Anything that starts with a letter or underscore can be an identifier, unless and until the last point suggests it cannot be a reserved keyword. Reserved word I'll just explain in next slide. Let's start right now by identifiers. So that identifier must start with a letter or underscore, and after that letter or underscore, it can be followed by letters, digits, or underscores. So what does it mean is, like, you can write a letter first if you're writing like identifier itself is an identifier because it is starting by letter I. Fine. But if you write like one identifier, then that will not be an identifier. If you write underscore identifier, that will be an identifier. Most probably, I know this thing might sound confusing, but it is as simple as that. If you're writing a name, and that name can start with a letter or an underscore, after that you can write as pretty much anything except some special keywords, except some reserved word or a special keywords, one of the same thing, and some special character like dollar, at the rate, anything. And except those characters like exclamation mark, at the rate, dollar, and stuff, you can only use underscore in it, rest nothing. And the next topic which we'll be covering is keywords. Keywords are very special words which are reserved by Python for its use. Like, they have very special meaning in this language itself. There are 33 reserved keywords. Except these 33, you can use any other thing. You can use any other name as an identifier except these names. For example, like this return, try, in, def, in, class, lambda, from, global. They have very special meaning in Python, which we'll be covering as we'll be just diving into the coding part. For right now, now just understand these reserved keywords have very special meaning. They can be only used by language. They have very special meaning, and if you want to do a very special task, then you have to do it with these very special meanings words. Fine. And these reserved words are keywords which I was just telling in previous slide. So this is all pretty much for this lecture. Thanks and have a nice day. If you like this video, then please press the like button. Please subscribe to this channel. Please give a comment. Tell me how this video was. If there is any mistake, then please do tell me. If you I have not understood a specific part, let me know in comment section. Yes, thanks.